Could the EOS R5 be the camera of the decade? Well, you know what? That's what we're going to find out today. But first, guys, we are back. As always, it is so great to see you guys. Hope you're having a fantastic week. Earlier last week, Canon held a virtual press release, which you might have heard about already, during which they revealed some additional information about the upcoming EOS R5. Now, as I said before, I'm extremely excited for the R5. I mean, hell, who isn't? It's one of the reasons why I decided to switch from Nikon over to Canon. I've loved using the EOS R, but it isn't the one and be all camera for me. It's pretty darn close, but there's a few things that is missing, and the EOS R5 will certainly be that camera. Now in today's video, I want to discuss with you the specs that Canon has confirmed so far, speculate on what they haven't confirmed, and make my case why the EOS R5 will be the best new camera of the decade. Now, if you stick around with me to the end of this video, I'll also share with you our current giveaway, which includes more than $4,000 worth of gear. So my friend, pull up a seat, let's go. All right, what we already knew. First, Canon has already confirmed quite a few specs before last week's press conference. In fact, they've already confirmed enough about this camera for me and so many others to decide that this would be remembered as one of those game changers of the decade. Now here are the specs that we've known for a little while. IBIS with 5 stops, animal autofocus which will recognize animal eyes, and when the animal's eyes are invisible, it can figure out where the animal's face and body are. Dual pixel autofocus, which is available in all 8K shooting modes, and also you can quickly acquire focus and still photos when using live view. 12 frames per second shooting with mechanical shutter and 20 frames per second shooting electronic shutter. Dual card slots and 8K video at 30p with no crop. What Canon confirmed last week. Now in addition to the few specs that Canon already confirmed, we know more about the capabilities of the R5 thanks to the following details. 8K 30p internal recording in 422 10-bit C-Log and HDR-PQ. These are also available in 4K 120p. External 4K 60p over HDMI dual pixel autofocus available in all 4K recording modes. We already knew dual pixel autofocus would be available in the 8K. C-Log will be available in all 8K recording modes and 4K as well. IBIS works with optical image stabilization in the RF lenses and in the EF lenses as well. There is one CF Express card slot and the other one is a SD UHS-2. Now obviously the biggest news here is in the video department. Everyone, including myself, thought that the EOS R5 would have a huge crop with the 8K video or no dual pixel autofocus in the 8K. With these latest specs, Canon proved this all wrong. Now, what Canon has not discussed is how the camera will dissipate the heat generated by shooting in 8K. There's definitely no fan in the camera body, so does this mean that there's going to be some ridiculous time limit on the recording? Well, I guess we're all gonna have to wait for the news on that front. But seriously, uncropped 8K at 24p and 30p is just a jaw-dropping spec. Add in raw recording, full-time dual pixel autofocus, Canon log H.265 and HDR-PQ H.265, all of which is internal, and you have the making of a truly revolutionary camera. But that's not all though. We have to consider that the R5 will shoot 4K at 120p. There's no other hybrid camera on the market that can simply do that. In fact, the camera will record at 120p internally at 422 10-bit in Canon log, and it can do it in the body that appears to be the same size as the EOS R. Man, do I even have to say how astonishing of a feat that is for Canon? Good on them. But Canon didn't have much in the way of groundbreaking moments over the last 10 years or so. In fact, I'd argue that the last time that Canon really shook things up was, hell, when they added video recording to the Canon 5D Mark II way back in 2008. And that's a long time to be sitting on the sideline of innovation. Now, Canon has not revealed some important specs, namely specs on the still shots, the time limit for the recording, and the elephant in the room, the number of megapixels. However, it's not impossible to figure out the megapixel count if we do a little math. This camera is capable of 8K DCI recording, which gets your video at 8192 by 4320 pixels. At 35mm format at 3:2 aspect ratio, that means the sensor would be 8192 by 5462 pixels. That's 44.7 or rounded up to 45 megapixels. Granted, this is not confirmed by Canon. This is just an estimate, but most rumors I've seen have been pointing at the 45 megapixel sensor, and I think it's a good estimate. Why the EOS R will be remembered as a game changer. In 10 years, when we're reflecting on the best cameras of 2020, I'd be willing to bet that the EOS R5 will be at or near the top of that list. For starters, the video specs that this camera have will be completely change what camera manufacturers do in high-end cameras from now on. Shooting internal 4K or even 6K just won't cut it anymore. The 8K internal video on the EOS R5 will set the new benchmark. These video specs represent absolutely enormous technology leap that will change cameras forever. And as I noted a moment ago, all these features are stuffed into a small mirrorless body. The fact that the EOS R5 will sport better video specs than most high-end video cameras currently on the market is just, man, it's just incredible. Now, Canon hasn't dropped any official release date, and, well, we don't have any confirmation on price. We can just speculate, but I think it's safe to assume that this thing is going to be pretty pricey. I would guess anywhere from between $3,400 and $4,000 for the body alone. But without those details, I think it's still safe to say that this camera will be a game changer for Canon and for the photography industry as a whole. I'll keep my eyes peeled for additional information about the R5, so stay tuned for more updates as Canon continues to release them. Okay, now on to our current giveaway, which includes the following prizes: a 38-inch ViewSonic VP3881 ultra-wide curve monitor, a 34-inch ViewSonic VP3481 curve monitor, a f-stop Lotus Essential bundle with the medium slope internal camera unit, a set of Stingray filters, a 510 and a 15 stop ND with a circular polarizer in there, 2 Colorado Tripod Company Highland 48mm aluminum ball heads, Holdfast HFast classic camera strap, and a $100 Adorama gift cards. This is the most prizes that we've had in any giveaway, and I'm so excited for whoever wins these prizes. As always, entering the contest is really simple. Step 1, like this video and subscribe to our channel. Step 2, leave a comment. In fact, the more of our videos that you watch and leave a comment on, the more chances that you have to win. So check out some of our other content and leave some comments. Step 3, register on PhotographyTalk and introduce yourself in the forum. My friend, that is it. For complete details on the giveaway, including how to register on PhotographyTalk and say hello in our forum, check out the description below. Good luck, my friend. Well, there you go, guys. A quick update on the EOS R5 and why I believe it's going to be the camera or one of the cameras of the decade. If you found this video to be helpful, hit the like button down below, and while you're at it, hit the bell to be notified as we come out with new videos. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? We'd love to have you part of the community. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump on out of here. You have yourself a great evening and get out there and create your best shot.